Good morning, Prof and fellow classmates. Today, my teammates and I will be sharing on our recommendations for the Co-Hive Company. And this is the agenda of our presentation today. We've come up with 4 recommendations for Co-Hive, namely collaboration with banks, fitness and wellness, wider outreach, and location. The first recommendation is to collaborate with banks. The reason we chose to partner with banks is partly due to the rapid growth of digital banking. About 78% of Indonesian customers now use digital banking actively, and this was a significant 57% increase from that in 2017. The broad adoption of digital banking made banks shift some of their operations and services digitally, resulting in an increasing amount of underutilized office spaces. Hence, this brings us to our recommendation for Co-Hive to establish co-working spaces into existing physical bank branches. The focus of this collaboration is for Co-Hive to appeal to small business owners and entrepreneurs to use Co-Hive co-working spaces. And this is because we have understood certain common concerns faced by this group of people, such as the lack of permanent working environment, lack of access to credit, and there is also observation that small business owners tend to visit banks a lot more often. The purpose of this collaboration aims to appeal to small business owners and entrepreneurs to provide comfortable workspace and bring them in close proximity to banks and the services they need. So how will this collaboration benefit both parties? For Co-Hive, it actually helps them to save on costs on setting up new spaces. As banks have existing branches in both urban and rural areas, they may also consider offering lower and more competitive prices in banks located in rural areas. For banks, by transforming into co-working spaces, it allows them to utilize their existing branch into an earning asset. They also get to have the opportunity to provide more lending and loan arrangements to small businesses. So how can this collaboration occur? Co-Hive can play its part to provide expertise on how to transform the spaces into more optimized working environment for clients. They can also occasionally conduct educational events customized to small businesses, while banks can play their part to offer services such as loan arrangements or treasury management, which are some of the common services sought by small business owners. These in turn benefits the ultimate target audience of clients for Co-Hive to make this option of co-working more appealing to them. Hence, to summarize, this collaboration aims to bring about higher quality of small business engagement, improve their onboarding options, and open up a new source for new lending relationships. This is to convince and attract small business owners or entrepreneurs to use co-working spaces offered by Co-Hive.
As a recap, we have previously recommended Co-Hive open fitness classes for users of Co-Hive. With the increasing demand for fitness among the youth and with the majority of entrepreneurs being in their 20s and 30s, coupled with increased spending power, we believe that these users will be willing to fork out a price for convenience. Today we'll go into specifics and some adjustments that we have made to our recommendation. So first and foremost, the target audience that we recommend Co-Hive push is the mid-20s to 30s range. We believe there is a big potential to the young consumer population, and since Indonesia's population has close to 60% below the age of 30, and research has shown that they increasingly spend more on discretionary items. In addition, to address the question of why the fitness industry, is because clearly based on the statistics of this slide, there is a strong uptrend and growth within the industry. In fact, particularly in Jakarta, the key business area, about 30% of the population over age of 18 is considered obese according to the Ministry of Health, which is the second highest percentage for any region in the country. So we can see that overall, there is an increasing demand for a healthier lifestyle with more demand for better quality food, and Indonesia's fitness market is the second largest in the region. However, the existing issue with the market in Indonesia is fragmentation, meaning that there is no integrated solution and that the way to think in the mind of the consumer is like fitness is fitness and work is work. That is why in our suggestion, we believe that we can make the keywords gym, fitness, co-working trendy among the population. Co-Hive can provide an integrated experience for its users, unlike any other co-working space. So should Co-Hive decide to pursue this path, we believe there's a huge potential for strong consumer demand, and these are just some of the fitness startups that have actually gotten venture and seed funding from investors. So this shows that actually investors are taking some notice of the movements within the industry. And therefore the detailed operations are as follows. First, Kohive will need to purchase equipment, about 10 bikes to start with. Then they will need to hire trainers. We recommend only putting these bikes in central locations to cater to the CBD and young crowd. The pricing model that we propose is that of a freemium package. We let users have an existing 2-week trial, then we will have a membership plan for future classes. So for revenue projection, we have taken the average number of each Kohive location, and this figure is largely conservative, as a large portion of its users are clustered around the CBD. So we actually expect this figure to be higher. We recommend to have a $100 class bundle for 8 sessions, and for the purposes of projection, we think that each member will sign 5 packages, allowing them to attend 2 classes a week for the entire year. Therefore, with the figures above, this is the projected gross profit of 22,850 Sing dollars in the first year. We have conservatively projected only 50% of members per location to sign up. So to reiterate, we believe that customers will want to join as overcrowding and inconvenience is just a big issue in central CBD in Indonesia. The other convenience of having an integrated facility will be extremely attractive to users. At the same time, we recommend a very competitive price point of about $12.50 per class versus the $20 price point the other boutique studios have.
For our third recommendation, we recommend Kohive to have a wider outreach. COVID-19 restrictions have eased and office capacity have increased from 25% to 75% since our last presentation. So as COVID-19 continues to be around for a prolonged period of time, the Indonesians may have to be flexible and adapt with the changes that may arise from any sudden outbreak. Thus, we propose to reach out to corporations to offer short-term lease. So what is the rationale behind this recommendation? We analyze some of the issues that businesses might face after the regulatory changes, and one of these being that they may face a lack of space after factoring in the social distancing measures if they had a smaller office. So with this arrangement, they may not be able to cater to all of the employees returning to the office. In addition, with the capacity restriction, the remaining 25% are still required to work from home, where their homes may not be the best environment to work in. So for instance, they may have weak or no internet connection, noise from family members, and the need to adapt to rotational shifts. So having rotational shifts or working in the office every alternate day or week may hinder their efficiency due to the constant change in environment. In addition, with rotational shifts, there are more interactions between different colleagues and other high touch points. Thus, we recommend that Kohive targets corporates that are located near the CBDs. The purpose is to appeal to companies other than entrepreneurs and startups, and with this recommendation, we are able to expose Kohive to more potential users, maximize the use of Kohive workspaces since bigger corporates are located within the close proximity of Kohive, as well as trying to solve the problems as mentioned on the left.
So as to attract corporates, we would like to offer them a discounted package. Do note that the number are an estimation. It is just a rough visualization of how the package can appeal to the corporates. For daily desks, it's a single random desk in Kohive that you can book for a single day when you need it. So as to induce the company to take up this offer, we will be offering a daily desk package that allows 30 visits whenever they need it. The higher the number of package they sign up for, the higher the discount bracket will be. We have 3 discount brackets. First, for 1 to 19 packs, we are offering it at 5% discount, which translates to a 112,000 savings. For the second bracket, it's for 20 to 49 packs. We are offering it at 15% and it will lead to a saving of about 337,000 per head count. And lastly, we'll be offering a 25% discount for package bought for 50 packs or more. This will translate to a 562,000 savings per head count. For the monthly desk package, we are offering a 15% discount for every 20 packs. It originally cost 25 mil for 20 single monthly desk passes, but with this package, they can get it at about 21 mil. Hence, the company will save about 187,000 per head count. And this package is meant to attract customers to get a month-long package with Kohive. Other than that, we are able to maximize the utilization of the facilities. For private office, it's more useful for businesses who need to work in a small team up to 4, as Kohive originally offered it to the general public at 2.5 mil per pax. Kohive encountered a situation where an individual will pay a single price of 2.5 mil to occupy the whole office. which means a loss of 7.5 for co-hive for the same space. Hence, for corporate pricing, we'll be offering it at a 20% discount at 8 mil, regardless of the number of occupants. And corporate will try to maximize the 4 pax limit to enjoy the savings. Regardless, it's a gain for co-hive. Now on the cost-benefit analysis. For benefit, it will be the maximum utilization of co-hive spaces, and also by offering the packages to corporate, co-hive is able to lock in the customer as this package are for at least a month. Lastly, co-hive is able to reap greater earning through attracting them to take up the private office. The cost will be the marketing cost and the discount given for the corporates.
As mentioned during our interim presentation, we recommend co-hive to expand to Bali. The government has plans to introduce a nomad visa that allows digital nomads to stay in the country for up to 5 years without paying tax on foreign source income. Hence, it will be a good choice to expand to Bali with the potential increase in numbers of visitors and digital nomads in the island. Taking a look at the existing co-working spaces in Bali. Most co-working spaces in Bali only have a single branch and they only operate in Bali. These single outlet co-working spaces typically only offer co-working spaces and sometimes food and drink as well. Other than that, some of the popular co-working spaces in Bali include Dojo Bali, Outpost, and GoWork. Among them, only Dojo Bali and Outpost offer co-living space on top of co-working spaces, and GoWork is the only one that has outlets outside of Bali. Canggu and Ubud are the two most popular destinations for digital nomads. We recommend co-hive to start its first branch in Bali at Canggu, which is located at the south of Bali at the coastal area. Its active dynamics of being known for surfing and its beaches are better aligned with co-hive's branding of having fun and creative offices, as opposed to Ubud, which is surrounded by jungle and better known for things like meditation, yoga, and nature. Moving on to the services that co-hive can consider incorporating on top of their co-working spaces. Firstly, because many digital nomads value opportunities to network, co-hive can design its spaces such that it promotes interaction by for example, having more open working spaces and a common dining area. Co-hive can also extend its co-living services to its outlet in Bali to better cater to the lifestyle of digital nomads. As digital nomads tend to seek for affordable accommodation, co-hive can consider offering packages that bundle their co-working and co-living space services. Similar to its co-working space, there can also be communal spaces such as communal kitchen or pool to promote interaction. As many digital nomads come from other parts of the world and might face difficulty adapting and navigating the country, co-hive can provide some local information guide that direct them to amenities in the vicinity or even some places of attraction to visit. They can even offer workshops that introduce the culture of Indonesia to the visitors. Next, moving on to the potential partnership that co-hive can look into. There's no public transport in Bali and the common ways of commuting is by taking a cab or renting a scooter. With this, co-hive can consider partnering with ride-hailing companies like Gojek or bike rental companies like BikeGo. This will not only give users convenience and affordable prices, but also provide them with an assurance for safety.
Next, I'll be presenting to you our updated business model canvas based on new or improved recommendations for co-hive. Our first recommendation is the collaboration with banks. We would have an added key partner, which is the banks, and they improve our cost structure by lowering cost on facilities and rental. Our second recommendation was the implementation of fitness classes. This gives rise to an increased avenue for our revenue streams, and fitness classes also contributes to both space rental revenue as well as our service revenue. It will also add to the key activities of service offerings as we conduct fitness classes in-house. More than that, it will result in the increase in equipment costs that we incur from the fitness equipment that should be acquired. The third recommendation was wider outreach. This improves our customer relations with the idea of corporate packages coming into place. And our last recommendation focuses on the expansion of locations. This allows us to expand on our customers' segments, like reaching the digital nomads. And overall, co-hive's value proposition would include wider service offering, improved pricing with corporate packages, and also increased convenience and accessibility. And with that, we have come to the end of our presentation. Thank you.